One of the pleasures of my office is being able to reward people who've performed well over the years. I don't just go around pointing out people's mistakes, you know. I'm sure you'll all join with me in congratulating your colleague, Joan Ferguson, on her appointment as Deputy Governor.
Mr. Dwyer.
Congratulations, Miss Ferguson.
Thank you. I'll be late for my next job if I don't move it. Back the Savo. Let's hope Bassinger follows me then, eh? You sure the judge passed on enough info to get him onto me trail?
No worries.
I sure didn't see him this morning.
You won't. Bassinger's good. The first we'll know is when he walks in the door.
You better keep sharp then. Bye-bye, love.
I'm staying.
Staying? Bob, that's wonderful.
The only way it'll work is if we ignore each other. It has to be officer-prisoner relationship. As much for your sake as mine. We'll make it. One way or another.
Julie!
They knocked me back! I reckon I was in on all the scans and they're going to give me another hearing for 6 months.
Okay, calm down, I'll wait.
Will you really?
Of course, I love you.
Steve, you know Steve!
Julie, you are only making things worse.
I had to see Julie Ferguson refuse me a visit. Come back later and approach Mrs. Ferguson.
I'll take it, Mrs. Morris.
I love you.
I love you!
Someone must have lagged on us. They knew all about the scams and reckoned Jules was in on the coke deal. What? Bastard. Yeah, well, don't worry about them. What about the bitch who lagged on us?
I'll fix her when I find her.
Yeah, well, I don't reckon you have to look too far. Can only be one or two people. Williams or the kid killer. My doze on Maxwell. I mean, she's got Moran's here for a start.
Well, maybe he has been conning us. And if he has, him and that Maxwell bitch won't know what's hit him!
You want to see me, Governor?
Yes, I won't be a moment.
Just say the board was light on Lumsden. Think they'd realise that her type just cannot stay out of trouble.
We'll see. It's Julie Egbert I want to see you about.
Oh, yes, I expect Mrs. Morris will be making out a report about that incident at the fence.
That won't be necessary.
I'm sorry, Governor, but I can't agree. The women already think you're too soft.
I know what the women will think. They'll see Julie's distress as a direct result of Steve Ryan being refused a visit.
Ryan was dismissed from here because he lied about his intentions. I hardly think he's a suitable visitor for Egbert.
You know how they feel about each other. Steve could have helped Julie over her disappointment at being refused parole.
We're not running a matchmaking service. Egbert had a visit yesterday. She's only entitled to one a week.
I shouldn't have to remind you. The number of visits a prisoner has is at the governor's discretion.
You were with Mr. Brennan. I didn't think it was so important.
In future, I'll decide what's important.
I was merely acting in my capacity as your deputy.
And I expect you to be more understanding of the women's problems. If you'd exercised just a little compassion, the incident would never have happened.
If that's all, I'll return to my duties.
There is one other thing. I want you to ring Steve Ryan personally and let him know that he may visit Egbert if he so wishes.
If you're going to continue to undermine my authority...
I'm sure everyone will see it as a change of heart, Miss Ferguson.
Darling, just in time to join your mother for a drink.
Oh, what's this? Happy hour or just the hair of the dog?
Well, it was just so hot today I couldn't stand the thought of lunch. Drink?
Yeah, I will, actually.
Well, your glossy sister seems to be doing very well. I learn more about her from magazines than I do for myself these days.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Oh, you're not still cross with me about that job, are you?
Well, you stuff things up good and proper, Mother.
Stephen, your language. Anyway, this family hires tradesmen. It doesn't breed them.
It's not just the damn job.
Well, I can't think what else would interest you in that place.
No, I don't suppose you could.
Well, perhaps you could enlighten me, dear.
There's a girl there. It means a lot to me.
A prison warder? Oh, my God, they're worse than police women.
Not one of the warders. She's a prisoner. And I'm in love with her.
You're not serious.
I've never been more so. In fact, if she hadn't had her parole turned down this morning, she'd be sitting here with us now.
Oh, Stephen, you can't possibly throw away your life like this.
Just watch me.
Stephen, wait. Stephen?
Sorry, Nance, I just wasn't hungry, that's all.
Oh, that's all right, love. You know, sometimes it's better to talk these things out.
Yeah, it's all sort of... Oh, I don't know.
Kid deserved a better run than that. especially on top of losing her parole.
And that bloody stinks too.
Oh, well, let's hope this sheds some light on who knifed her in the back. Bitch didn't want to come.
Yeah, one guess why, eh?
I thought she was kidding, that's all. Hey, Reed, you're putting a great game. Screwsbury. Save it, slag bag.
Hey, what gives?
Someone's been lagging. Dropped Julie right in it.
Yeah, and you're the odds-on favourite.
Oh, give us a break. I wouldn't turn on you guys.
Oh, you'd turn on a 10-cent piece if you got to pick it up.
Sure, OK. But I haven't got anything to shove the lag, have I?
Not yet.
Oh, honest, it'd be pretty stupid, wouldn't it? How could I do a deal staying in your territory?
Yeah, well, someone's got to pay for Jules.
Well, I'll help you find the lagger. Just say what you want me to do.
Just get back under your rock.
Sure, Reed, whatever you say. And don't give me no excuse to go looking for you again.
You want to watch?
No, the little sleaze is probably on the level. She knows we'd spot any special treatment a mile off.
Yeah, well, someone needs their mouth shut for good.
Well, it seems so malicious. Nobody could gain anything by ruining Julie's parole.
I just can't believe it for a few crummy drinks. And only the gang knew about the car. Any of you been gassing about it?
Oh, you kidding?
What about it, Nance? Did you say anything to Maxwell?
Well, yes, I did.
Oh,
actually.
bloody
Well, look,
hell.
I didn't say anything about the cocaine, honestly.
I've had a gutful of Maxwell.
Yeah, everything's going straight to Moran.
You're right. Some people are just going to have to learn the hard way.
Now, what's the hold-up?
Takes more than 5 minutes, Joan.
Well, when you're finished, I want these put in the confiscation cupboard.
Oh, come on, they're hardly contraband.
Broken combs are potential weapons and are not allowed. If you had read your rule book, you would know that. But, of course, you and Reynolds threw the rule book out some time ago, didn't you? Round about the time our problems started.
And which rule bans hair shampoo?
26B, subsection 1, theft of a prisoner's property. Kennedy had 2 bottles. One's obviously stolen.
Or traded.
We'll let the investigation decide that. In the meantime, there are 3 more work areas to be checked.
You're playing a very dangerous game, Joan.
I'm sure you and Reynolds have talked it over. It's only natural.
You know what the women will do if they find out there's an informer amongst them?
Informer? Who said anything about informer?
Damn it, Joan. We are talking about the possibility of one of the women being murdered. Now, surely even you have a conscience.
Well, if you feel so strongly about it, I suggest you contact the minister.
Don't be daft, of course, I'm sure.
Well, stop talking like you're in some flesh cop shop and keep your wits about you.
Look, Jess, after my days on the streets, I can tell if somebody's got his eye on me or not.
Just the same, he's a cold fish, that one.
Ain't someone just nibbled at the bait today? Feet are killing me.
Did you get my shopping?
Yes, love. So put the kettle on. Be there in a few minutes.
Tabs.
What, love?
Be careful, won't you?
Always am. Not me with a kid, is it?
Not before you come by.
This is not a social call, Maxwell. You've had all the
dear Alan,
handshakes
bloody lovely. You miss your old man, so you make sure Julie misses out on Steve, you bitch.
Would have thought Moran would be fixing that up for
You
ya.
shut your foul mouth. Why should she? It was your big mouth cost Julie her parole.
Yeah.
What? Usually I let people fight their own battles. But Julie's not the type. So you're going to be an exception. Lexi, keep nicked.
Give her one the gap for me.
Look, for heaven's sake, I haven't done
door
anything.
behind
you.
No! You look like the noisy type, Maxwell.
Please, you're making a mistake. Putting this off so long.
Please! Oh, good day, Nance. Where are you off to, eh?
I was wondering where you all got to. You left in such a hurry.
Yeah, well, Reed wanted a hand with something. Only took a sec, eh?
I'm very worried about her. You know how she's been since that business with Dan and her brother, and you were all very worked up about Kath.
Yeah, well, that'll all get sorted out.
Where are Rita and Alice?
Look, I reckon they're going back to the work area.
Oh, no!
Look, leave them. It'll be sorted out in a
Don't be
sec.
silly. Violence only breeds violence.
Yeah, well, it takes the bitch to stop lagging.
No, I'm
Mrs.
not
Morris. Oh, good day, Mrs. Morris. Look, I reckon you ought to take up jogging on your own.
Where's this door shut?
Kath Maxwell's having a kip.
You all right, Maxwell? Right, you two. Out in the corridor with the others. McCormick, go and find Mrs. Gorman. It seems quite clear to me this is retaliation over remarks made by Mr. Moran.
I reckon it's just the opposite.
Yeah, she's one of you, not one of us.
Quiet, Patterson. Would you care to elaborate?
I've had my say.
Are you denying Maxwell was physically intimidated?
She says she was?
Maxwell won't comment, but Sister says she has extensive bruising to the stomach and the ribs. There seems to be quite enough evidence. If nobody else has anything further to say.
Okay. I took her on. We had a private disagreement. The others had nothing to do with it.
I doubt it. It's clear what parts you all played in this. Although I'm quite sure McCormack had nothing to do with it.
Oh, I thought you'd want to hang us all.
You're getting very close to the line, Connors. There's not only this. There's also that charge against you and Jenkins over that incident in the hospital with Kelly. So you can both spend 24 hours in solitary, starting immediately.
Would have me name put on the door.
Patterson, Mrs. Morris will see that you carry out extra cleaning duties. And I'm warning you, any more intimidation of anyone, and you won't know what's hit you.
Get Maxwell out of here and there won't be any trouble.
Ever since you've been representing the women, there seems to have been nothing but.
Oh, well, what do you expect me to do about it? They're not girl guides, you know.
You could try leading by example. Thank you, Mrs. Morris.
Oh, thanks, love. My arms are just about dropping off.
What do you got in these things, house bricks?
Nothing your muscles can't handle, eh, Tiger?
Look at her. Thinks she's still 30.
Oh, never too old. Like riding a bicycle.
Pity your tires are flat. Oh, I say, look at that.
Not in your condition. Stick to your milk. That's for me and young Tom.
Nothing strange at all.
No. Some old joker followed me for a few blocks. Wanted to show me what was under his overcoat.
Oh, you've done well, chaps.
That's all right, love. Just don't ask me to do it every day. I don't need that much exercise.
We'll have to do it again tomorrow.
Oh, maybe I can make myself more conspicuous.
No, just keep it casual. You gotta remember that this isn't exactly official business. If the cops land on this place, we're back to where we started.
Stuck between the devil and the deep blue sea.
No, don't worry. If it is Bassinger, I'll have no problem picking you out and following you.
It's him, all right. I'll stake my life on it.
You are. I don't know. He could have made Father of the Year.
I'll tell you one thing. If Bassinger had got Lexi, he'd have got my grandkid as well. I'll give you bloody Father of the Year.
Take it easy, Jess.
If you don't get it first, Tom, well, I swear I'll see him in hell before I let up.
You'll be going out of your feet first if you don't calm down. Don't worry, we'll get it.
It was more than a surprise. I thought someone was having me on until she hung up. My ear's still ringing.
Well, don't be too hard on her. I don't think she was fully aware of the circumstances.
No? Well, Joan supervised our last visit. I think she considered my obvious affection for a prisoner to be rather questionable.
Relationship sounds serious.
It is. But the parole board's put a damper on things.
Oh, Julie could lodge an appeal, although under the circumstances, I don't think it'd do much good.
Oh, the whole thing's ridiculous. Well, what do those bureaucrats know about life in here anyway?
Quite a lot, apparently. Steve, there's no chance that anyone could have read your thesis notes, is there?
I doubt it. Why?
The department has a lot of information about the women's activities that could only have come from inside.
Well, I'm sure no one's read my notes. Even if they had, they would be able to make head or tail of them.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'll have someone send for Julie.
Thanks. I've got a bit of a surprise for her.
Good. She needs cheering up.
Oh, how's the Bikie Bishop?
Dan, last time I saw him, he was designing a 4-cylinder wheelchair.
Oh, I'm glad he's on the mend. And thanks again, Anne. You know how bad I feel about deceiving you.
It's a pity we had to let you go. Still, there is one thing we can do together.
What's that?
Keep Julie out of trouble and get her out of Wentworth.
I can count on that. Bye.
Only 24 hours in the pound. Give me 5 minutes with them, they'd soon know what it feels like.
They'd soon let me know about it.
I know. Don't take any notice, I'm just sounding off. It's my fault they think you're tied up with this lagging business.
Well, it's hardly surprising, is it? They don't use their brains. They work on gut instinct.
I'll have another talk with Connors in terms she can understand.
You'll only make me a bigger target and wreck your career.
I can take care of myself. You're the one who's up against it.
Only while you're around.
Oh, Harry, something's eating my roses.
Never mind. Probably Fripp. Time of the year for them.
Could you fill up the sprayer before you go?
Well, I think the drum's empty, dear. I'll pick up some on the way back.
You're going out again, but you just came back.
Some business I've got to tidy up.
Honestly, Harry, the last few months you've been busier than when you were on the force. The doctor said you shouldn't push yourself too hard.
I think I'm the best judge of what I can and can't do.
Well, I know, dear, but you know how I worry. You seem strange lately.
Wouldn't be. Only got to pick up a newspaper these days to see if things rotten to the core.
Well, you've had your days for dealing with that.
Well, I don't know how long I'll be.
Harry, maybe we should take another holiday.
For heaven's sake, we've just been away.
Well, yes, I know, dear, but... Well, with that woman escaping from prison...
What's that got to do with it?
Well, she was the one that started all that fuss with the media. I just thought it'd be better if we were away for a while.
Oh, don't be silly.
Harry?
No, I'm sorry, dear, but I can't go running away every time some lowlife is allowed to escape from prison. The way they're going lately, we'd never see home again. Bye, dear.
What do you want for dinner?
Oh, hello, Lexi. You know, there's a lift out here. 5,000 names to call your baby.
Yeah, well, mine's only going to have one.
How about Samantha?
How about you keep your nose out of other people's business?
Pardon?
It was your big beak that got Rita, Alice and me sprung.
I know, Lexi, and I'm very sorry, but I felt it was my business just as much as yours.
Rita makes the decisions here.
Well, it isn't that simple for me. Now, I don't condone what Kath did to Julie, but using violence isn't going to get anyone anywhere.
It'll teach her not to do it again.
Will it?
Yeah. Look, the real point is, we all got to stick together. It's the only way in here.
Well, that's fair enough, but if you can't face yourself in the mirror in the morning, you're no good to anyone. What else is there if you can't even believe in yourself?
Your mates. Because you know they're always going to be there.
Are you still my mate, Lexi?
Geez, Rita was bloody well right. You should have been a bloody preacher. Come on, there's got to be some other names in that mag.
Oh, there are.
Get out, Renwick!
Oh, what about James?
Nah, I'm dead set it's going to be a girl. Reckon I'll call her Jessica.
Addison, you know better. Get that skip out of here. McCormick, lend a hand. I want those toys all packed up. They're to be repaired in the workshop from now on.
Oh, this big fellow's already been mended.
Oh, isn't he cute?
I can remember the days when everyone
Get
had
on
it.
with it, you two.
Just giving him a quick cuddle, Miss
There
Ferguson.
must be some consolation to you.
I've been looking for you. Egbert has a visitor. Steve round. Found yourself a friend.
Can you guarantee this won't happen again?
Unfortunately, I can't. But I'm sure the women will leave you alone now.
I don't agree. I'll be the scapegoat every time they want to stir up trouble.
The officers are aware of it. They'll protect you as much as they can.
And if one of them happens to be Bob Moran, it'll immediately confirm their suspicions.
I'm sure Mr. Moran won't do anything to put either of you in a compromising position. The best thing you can do is try to forget about it. And don't give the women any reason to make more trouble.
I have never given the women cause for trouble. I'm sure the best thing would be to move me out of here.
I see. Did Mr. Moran suggest that?
No, and I'd rather he didn't know until I've gone.
Well, if the other prisons weren't so crowded, I'd consider it. But at the moment, there's nothing I can do.
Well, then, can you transfer Bob?
Might I remind you, Maxwell, you're a prisoner here?
Look, I'm sorry, but it's not only for my sake. He just doesn't see us making things worse for both of us by staying
I'm
here.
sure he knows what he's doing. The officers are trained to handle this sort of thing. And you can cooperate if you think the women are planning anything
Feel like
else.
beating me up? And what will you do? Write a report and tell me you're
That's
sorry?
enough. We'll do everything possible to ensure your safety until I can arrange a transfer.
Like you have been up to date. Well, I'm sorry, but that's not good enough. Obviously, I'll have to take my own measures to defend myself.
Don't be stupid. If you take things into your own hands, you'll just cause more trouble. Do you understand?
Steve.
Hi.
Hi. You've been drinking.
Yeah, I had one or two.
We're a fine pair, aren't we? Look what it got me, another 6 months.
I guess I was drowning our sorrows.
You know, they made me feel like I really belong here. Maybe they're right.
Hey, you know they're not. It did start me thinking, though.
Yeah, I thought it would. And it's all right. I understand.
Oh, wait.
I mean, it was really stupid in the first place. Your mother had hate me. There's no way.
I'm not marrying my mother. I'm marrying you.
Are you?
Of course.
But I don't know when they'll let me out. I could be stuck in here for ages.
Oh, well, could give me time to raise some money for a long honeymoon. You see, I've had a financial setback. I know you can't wear it yet, but I thought you should see it. Do you like it?
Oh, it's beautiful. Mrs. M, do you think
I think you should see if it fits.
Oh, allow me.
Maxwell?
I was.
You're probably real proud of yourself getting Rita and Lurch tossed in the pound, eh?
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah? Just as it wasn't your fault Julie's parole got buggered up either.
Look, I don't know what the hell's got into all of you, but you're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah, that's what you told Rita, isn't it? You're as good at lying as you are at lagging. Comes natural, eh? Look, don't you think just because those two copped it, they're going to forget about you? Get out of my way. They're going to come looking for you. And when they find you, the screws are going to be able to spread you on the gardener's fertilizer.
You okay?
Rack off, slime. Can't you see we're having a chat?
I'm unclean and I'm supposed to be here. More than I can say.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't go planning for the future, eh, Kath?
Giving you a hard time, mate. Mind your business.
Sorry. Off with the fairies. Can I get you a refill?
Yes, thanks.
Not often I have a chance to have coffee with the governor.
I'm so flat out with the department lately, I can't get away from my desk. Looks as though we're all stretched to the limit.
Well, it's not exactly the high life working here, is it?
No, but one or two more officers would make a difference, especially with Dwyer, knowing what's happening before we do.
Security can always be tightened. Extra guards, spot cell checks.
We need more than that. If we had more time to help these women resolve their differences, I'm sure some of these things wouldn't happen.
Kath Maxwell?
I think that's a good example.
Yes. Well, I thought I was in a position to help there. Perhaps I should have taken that transfer, I don't know.
It's something worth thinking about. You have got the responsibility of treating those women equally.
That's the problem. I don't know if I can handle it anymore. Maybe you're right.
Then think about it carefully.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a problem. There's a strong smell of gas in the kitchen all morning. Tried to turn the tap off at the main, but it's jam solid. 24 Tirana Street, Elwood. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. What time would that be? Right. Yes, I'll be waiting.
Oh, Kath, are you all right? I've been so worried about you. Is there anything I can do for you?
Yes. Go away.
Oh, Kath, don't be like that. I'm trying to help you. Such a different world here from the one we've always known. Look, I know the women had no right to take the law into their own hands, whether you were the lagger or not, and I apologize for that.
Get out of here.
You make me sick. Oh, Kath, please.
I don't need anything from you.
You don't understand.
But I'm beginning to. So go back to your friends and tell them the next time they come to me with some trumped-up charge, they won't have it all their way. I'll give them as good as they give me. Now get out, damn you.
Get out! Okay, you lot pull your finger out. I'm top dog while Reet's in the pan. If we don't get through these quotas, she's going to be bloody furious.
I bet she's bloody furious already with the idiot who put her in there.
Look, stop hassling me, will you? It was Goody Two-Shoes gummed up the works.
Oh, sure. Look, just remember, girl, if you want anybody to keep knit, Patterson isn't it? Hey!
Get off my back, will you? I tried to give Reet the word. Copped a bloody charge from a trouble.
Oh, come on, please. Can we just have some peace in here?
Yeah, shut up the lot of you. Have a bit of consideration for Chookie. She's got problems.
Oh, who hasn't?
Yeah, well, hers are worse than yours. She just lost her parole and her wedding was put off all in one full swoop.
Oh, shut up!
Now look what you've done. Oh, come on, Chook, it's not that bad. It's only 6 months, eh? And Stevie Boy still likes you. I mean, he gave you a ring and everything.
Oh, yeah, I had it on for a minute and I had to give it back to him.
Look, come and have a go on the press. I mean, it's real fun and I don't mind sharing it with you, honest. I mean it. Come on. Okay.
You sure that's convenient? I could easily arrange to have them delivered. No, there's no need for thanks. We're only too happy to help. I just hope the children enjoy them. All right, see you then. Bye-bye.
What have you got there?
Some mended toys. I've arranged for the local orphanage to come and collect them. Not doing the kids much good just sitting here.
I agree. The women did a really good job on these, I must tell them.
I wouldn't bother. We've already had instances of them using toys for their little nefarious schemes.
Well, I'm going out for an hour or so.
Is there a number where you can be contacted in case of trouble?
Hardly think that's likely.
I'm only asking because I object to my orders being rescinded when there is trouble.
I'm going to visit Dan Moulton in Wentworth General.
Well, I hope they treat him better than they did Kelly and Wyndham.
What are you trying to do to me, Jess? I'm just a poor underpaid cop.
Just as well it's not chess, then. I'm a real whiz at that.
Yeah? Takes longer, though. No. I'm going to keep you honest. This time I'll see it. It's no passenger. Away. He's moved out of my line of vision.
Who do you think he was?
I don't know. He could have been a plumber or something.
But why? We didn't ask him to come.
Exactly. You stay here, Jess. I'm going to check the rest of the house.
Oh, he's gone. Tom, the car just drove off. I think I'm a bit...
Tie the pimp up.
What do you mean, pimp? He's no pimp.
Shut up and do as I say.
He's not a pimp. He's an undercover cop. His
No,
name's
I'm
Tom.
a cop. Long as I say you are running free, I'll always be a cop. I've still got my contacts in the force. I know every move they make. Hurry, Adam.
You've got to believe me. His name's Tom Harley. People don't let their singers...
Patterson, that little. I'm still waiting for her, lady. One day they'll let her out and then I'll get her. Oh, yes. I'll get her one day.
Anyone home? Yoo-hoo, cooey!
Hey, stop your noise, Patterson.
Sorry, Miss Ferguson, I thought you might have gone on strike.
Won't have any of your insolence either, thank you.
Ooh, can't pull a trick, can I? I thought you'd be in a good mood. Now you got the skates off us, spoil sport.
You never learn, do you? Now, you're not in here on some piddling little extortion charge anymore, Patterson. I mean, now it's escaping lawful custody, assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, assault occasioning actual bodily harm. You're doing real well, aren't you?
You don't scare me. Jessie's out there and she'll prove I'm telling the truth.
You lot don't know the meaning of the word.
Hey, Jules is in a real good mood. Now she's had a visit with Steve. That was real nice of you.
That'll do. Get away from me. You first. Then I'll take care of your pimp.
Evil and sin. You're the criminal of the gun. Oh, the bugger got me.
I never thought I'd be doing this to you. Hell, I've looked up to you all of my life.
You don't have to, young fella. Make it worth your while. We just say we captured her together. She's trash, nothing.
Make me sick. Actually, I'm Jess.
Oh, it'll be all right for a while. You ring the police first.
Don't get trigger happy on me.
It's tempting, though, isn't it? When I think of what might have happened. Poor Nora and little Lexi.
But take it easy, Jess. You've had a rough time. Hey, come and sit down. Come on. First I'll ring headquarters. Then I'll ring the judge.
Who do they think they are?
Have you seen the governor?
She's visiting the hospital.
No.
Have you seen these requests from H Block?
No.
They've got plenty of cheek, I'll give them that, but I don't know what sort of fools they take us for.
What do they want?
They want us to organise a volleyball game with the women from Barnhurst.
Well, what's the matter with that? Far better they take out their aggressions and frustrations in a game of volleyball and let them build up and start killing each other.
God, you sound more like the governor every day. What's brought about the change of heart, Moran? Wouldn't have anything to do with your little friend, would it?
Watch it, Ferguson.
You know, while I'm deputy governor here, this place will be run the way it should be. Like a prison. Those people are here to pay their debt to society.
I'll bet you cried the day they abolished the death penalty.
Afternoon, everyone. Any messages?
Nothing important.
How's Dan going?
He's doing very well. Beginning to give the nurses a hard time. It's always a good sign, isn't it?
Well, so they say. Do you think you could spare me a few minutes in your office?
Yes, of course. Now?
If that's all right?
No worries. Right, I'll see you down at headquarters. Hey, please, Jesse. God, it's a what?
Oh, Judge. Oh, it was awful. I've never been so frightened in all my life.
Jesse.
I remember his eyes as I...
Come on, calm down.
The madness.
It's all over. Come. Come and rest. Come on
you
now.
could have seen it.
Put your feet up.
It was just...
You've had a very nasty experience. I'm going to phone the doctor and get him to look at your arm and give you a sedative.
No. Not yet, please. I'm all right. I'm just a bit tired.
You look exhausted.
Nothing that a good scotch and soda won't fix.
No. Wish I could oblige. I promise when you're really well, you can have anything your heart desires.
Well, he's gone. Completely psycho. Wonder what makes a man like Bassinger flip out like that.
Too much tension, I suppose. Never turning off. Be warned.
Well, I'm glad to see you put your feet up at last.
Oh, I'm fine. Come on, Judge. Just because I can't have a drink doesn't mean that Tom has to go with...
Of course, he certainly deserves one.
Well, we can't relax for too long. We'll have to go down to headquarters. There'll be a lot of questions.
And this time, they'll believe me, no matter what Bassinger says. Thanks to your evidence, my friend.
I'm glad to be of service.
But, Judge, before we do all that, I want to go and see Lexi. Can you arrange that for me? I want to be the one that tells her that it's all over.
Of course, my dear.
Oh, she'll be so happy. I bet she'll want to thumb her nose at that Ferguson bitch. You know, Bob Moran was the only one in that whole place who believed me.
So I got into Dwyer straight away, and he's agreed to a transfer. I'm going bush again.
I wish you'd talk to me about it first, Bob. The situation may be volatile at the moment, but I'm sure it'll settle down. And with Joan as deputy, I need all the strong and loyal officers I can get.
I don't think I'd be much help to you there. I nearly flattened her in reception 10 minutes ago. No, Anne, you know as well as I do that now the truth is out, the women will always find some way of using it against her. She's suffered enough. I have no choice. I have to go.
In my heart, I know you're right, but I'm very, very sorry to lose you.
Thank you. You mind if I tell Kath myself?
No, of course not. And I'll do my best to look after her.
The governor will be here in a moment.
Thank you. Okay, if Miss Wyndham takes a seat.
Oh, I really appreciate that, Miss Ferguson.
Nice lady.
One of her good days.
Judge, the minister phoned. He's only too happy to cooperate. I'll have Patterson brought to the visiting room straight away.
It's the least he could do, huh?
Quite. I'm just glad the whole sorry business has been sorted out at last.
Yes, well, the police department and the Crown Prosecutor have been embarrassed, to say the least. They're falling over backwards to get the case tidied up.
So they should. Miss Ferguson, would you get Patterson, please? How are you feeling, Jessie?
Oh, if I had any energy, I'd be over the moon.
Do you think there's any possibility the charges against Jessie will be dropped now?
Can't see any problems, considering. But I'll be fighting tooth and nail to see they are.
Both the governor and the minister agree it's the only thing to do.
When do you go?
Next week. But when I leave Wentworth tonight, that's it. I won't be coming back. I'm sorry.
Why? You're not to blame for everything that's happened to me. You just gave me time to get myself together, that's all.
By trying to protect you, I damn near destroyed you.
I'm not destroyed. I'm ready to fight them now.
You've changed, Kath. And it's all my fault. I tried to manipulate the women so they'd see you as you really are, kind and caring.
Stop it, Bob. I'm none of those things. Not anymore, anyway. So don't lose any sleep over it. You tried to help, it didn't work. Tough. Thank you for everything you tried to do. Goodbye and good luck.
Kath.
Will you please go?
Come on, tell me who it is. Hey, it isn't Mabel come to tell me Poco's got out again, is it? You've got enough to worry about with Jess on the run. Jess.
Oh, Jess, I don't believe it. Oh, Lexi, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Jeez, it's good to see you. I've been so worried about you. I missed you like anything, you know.
Missed you too, love.
Oh, what a selfish bugger. Come and sit down. Look, what went wrong? I mean, how'd they nab you? I thought that you...
Nothing went wrong. Everything went right.
What are you talking about?
We nabbed passengers behind bars.
Oh, you what? But how... What happened to your arm?
Oh, it's all right. It's only a flesh wound. And if you calm down, I'll answer your questions one by one.
Okay, Mum.
Oh, jeez. Oh. Then the police came and took him away. Oh, Tom was wonderful.
Oh, it sounds as though you're pretty wonderful yourself, eh? Super, Mum.
You realise what this means, don't you? The judge says that all the assault charges against you will be dropped. You'll only have to serve the escape one. You'll be home in no time.
Home? I never had a real one before. Guess it'll be a home to bring the baby to, eh?
Paco and I'll be waiting for you, love. We'll be a real family.
Sorry, Lexi. Jessie's got a long night ahead of her. There'll be other visits.
Yeah, sure, I understand. Bye, Jess.
Bye, love.
I love you, Mum.
Love you too.
In all the excitement, Tom, we've let you take a back seat. You did a fine job.
I'm glad it turned out the way it did. Could so easily have been a disaster.
How's the head?
Shift over already?
That's it. Shift's over.
Have a nice evening. Never know what tomorrow might bring.
Hey, Mr. Moran.
Jessie, what are you doing here?
Just visiting, I'm happy to say. Lexi and I are finally in the clear over that passenger business. And I just wanted to say thanks for being the only one in this place who really believed in us.
That's all right. Good luck. Bye. I'll keep in touch.
Please do.
A bloody good bloke.
Oh, Kath. What are you doing here? I thought I told you to leave me alone. Well, I heard you crying. I couldn't just walk past. You couldn't resist coming in here with your holier-than-thou attitude. How dare you say that to me? I've been trying to help you. You're so busy feeling sorry for yourself, you won't listen. Just get out. No, damn you, you will listen. How do you expect those women to behave after you lagged on them? How many times do I have to tell you? I didn't lag on anybody, regardless of whether you believe me or not. Just go back to your mates and tell them that thanks to them, Bob Moran has had to leave. Oh, no. Your precious friends may have won this round, lady. But I'm still here, and I'll make them pay dearly for all the hurt they've caused. Because now I've got nothing to lose.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too. Around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.